single spot on Earth that seems to defy the most basic laws of nature. It's a place that has absolutely baffled scientists and inspired legends for centuries. Think about it. It's pretty much the first rule of biology, right? No water, no life. It's a fundamental truth we all learn. But what if I told you there's a place on this planet where that rule gets broken every single day? Because deep in the Bahraini desert, surrounded by absolutely nothing but sand, a single solitary tree doesn't just survive, it actually thrives. The locals call it Shajarat al-Hayat, but to the rest of the world, it's known as the Tree of Life. And this is where the real mystery kicks in. We're not just looking at a plant here, we're looking at a living, breathing paradox. How in the world can this vibrant symbol of life exist in a place that seems, specifically designed to prevent it?
Let's just break down how impossible this is. On one side, you have the environment. Endless sand, scorching heat, and absolutely no visible water for miles around. And on the other, a single tree that's over 400 years old, with these lush, thriving green leaves, a lone survivor in a sea of nothing. It just stands there, almost defiantly. It's really more than just a plant. It's become this powerful symbol of pure survival. A single point of green in a vast landscape of gold, shaped by this relentless sun and really profound, powerful silence.
So, you can imagine an existence this impossible was bound to get scientists curious. For decades, researchers have been obsessed with solving this central puzzle, this unsolved water mystery.
And yeah, this really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? With no rivers, no streams, and pretty much no rain, where on Earth is a 400-year-old tree getting the water it needs, not just to live, but to flourish?
And believe me, they have looked. Researchers have dug, they've analyzed soil, they've run all the tests. And yet, after all this time, the Tree of Life is still holding on to its secret. There's no single, universally accepted scientific explanation. The puzzle remains unsolved.
So what are the leading theories? Well, theory number one is that its roots are just incredibly long and deep, stretching way, way down to tap into some hidden underground water source. Theory number two, that the tree is somehow pulling moisture directly from the humid air at night. But here's the problem. The soil all around it is bone dry and cracked. And ultimately, neither of these theories has ever actually been proven.
It's interesting. Where science leaves a void, storytelling tends to rush right in. And that brings us to the legends of the tree, the explanations that go way beyond the physical world. See, for the people who have lived in this region for generations, the tree isn't some scientific puzzle. It's the heart of their stories. It holds a meaning that goes far beyond anything you can measure. And the most famous legend of all? It connects this single tree to the very beginning of life itself. The belief is that this one thriving tree actually marks the true location of the biblical Garden of Eden, a hidden paradise right in the middle of the desert.
And the stories don't stop there. Others say it's protected by ancient spirits or blessed by divine forces. And because of all this, it's become more than a tree. It's a destination, a pilgrimage site for people from all over who are seeking a connection to something truly awe-inspiring. So whether you land on Team Science or Team Legend, the Tree of Life carries this incredibly powerful message. It's a living story of endurance and of hope.
Just think about that number for a second. 400+ years. That's 4 centuries of standing in the exact same spot, weathering every single thing the world could possibly throw at it.
To really put that in perspective, this tree was already growing before many of the world's great empires even fell. It has survived countless sandstorms, brutal droughts, and today it just watches us, another generation passing by in its long, quiet existence.
There's something so permanent about it, In a world that is constantly changing, where cities rise and empires fall, this tree, it's a constant. It's just silent, rooted, and watching.
If you had to pick one single word to capture what this tree is all about, it has to be this one: resilience. It is the very definition of toughness, the ability not just to withstand hardship, but to actually thrive in spite of it.
And that's why this tree is so much more than just a biological curiosity. It's a message, written in leaves and bark, sent to us across 400 years of time. And that message is one of profound hope. It's a living, breathing testament to the idea that even in the most unforgiving, harsh places imaginable, life can and will find a way. In a world that feels so full of answers, the Tree of Life leaves us with a question. It doesn't give us a simple solution. Instead, it just asks us to wonder, to stand in awe, and to really think about one of nature's greatest mysteries. How does life manage to endure, where by all accounts it simply shouldn't?